Hey guys, welcome back to Clockwork. Dan to Noodles here with another breakdown for the Aquatope on White Sands. This is episode 19. We are slowly approaching towards the end. We have a total of 6 more episodes to go. Halfway through, we've got 6 to go, and then it will be over. I don't know if there's any more after this. I'm very curious to see where we're going to end. End on a cliffhanger? Are we going to end on a nice wrapped up series? That would be quite nice. I hope it is quite wrapped up. I don't know if it would get a second helping, a second season. I don't think it will. I can predict the story's going to end now, or where I think it's going to end, but we'll get there a little bit later on. Make sure you guys are subscribed and go check out my midway review. I have crowned my top 3 EPs, ODs, and my top 3 ranking of anime so far, but that could change. A lot of things seem to be changing every single episode now. It's quite an interesting season where certain things are dropping, and the ones which are rising to the top, it's tossing between them. Every single episode, whether I prefer one or the other, it bounces between them depending on what I'm seeing. It's going to be interesting when I finally make the final claim and go, I think I like this, or I think I like this one more. We'll see where that ends up. Can't wait though, it's going to be exciting. There's also a Discord channel too for you guys to get notified whenever videos go up on the channel, and that will also help as a guide for whenever animes do drop. This is our Fuka-faced episode. Fuka hasn't really had much of a presence. We all know I was a Fuka fan. I'm not going to beat around the bush. This anime has dropped for me. It's one of those series where I wanted so much more from the anime, and it didn't go down a route that I wanted it to. It's still telling a nice story, but it's not what I was hoping for. It's not as grandiose, or I saw a lot more potential and I didn't really fill it out. It has dropped to 7.4 on Mal if you are interested. It did at one point start in the 8s. It has slowly dropped now and declined. It's still telling a good story. It's still telling a story regardless. Fuka this week is face-to-face with Ruka-chan. Ruka-chan was her successor, the girl who ended up taking the center spot, as opposed to Fuka. And we saw Fuka turning away from being an idol. I feel like she's had many of these moments where she's 100% turned her back on it anyway. Passes on the baton this week. She's already given it up on it and she's passing on the baton. This week we're having filming. We're filming a documentary on our little baby. Our baby has grown up so fast. I'm proud of my little baby. I've got a name with Shiratama as well. We're filming the baby's first adventure into the pool. Fuka is naturally asked to be in the film. This is kind of what I was hoping would happen in season 1. I was really hoping nothing more than Fuka somehow bringing life back to Gamma Gamma, just using her idleness to bring back Gamma Gamma. That is what I really wanted. That's the plot I wanted. Obviously, it didn't happen. This anime is telling a different story, but it would have been something I would have absolutely loved to see. I would have liked to see how creative they could have got with it by keeping Fuka as an idol. To me, Fuka being an idol when they're not really using it, it doesn't really play in very much, especially when it seems more like it's Cuckoo's story. I could have done almost without that knowledge, or having more just Fuka as a support. I could have probably done without the knowledge of her being an idol, because it doesn't really feel like it had much of an impact on the story that it was really necessary. It is our long-awaited Fuka episode though, so very happy that we get an episode based on Fuka. Naturally this week we have her stirring up some memories, old feelings, and Cuckoo this week getting kept away via her work, though we do see her breaking out despite her boss telling her no, which could land her in some hot water. Alas, it is not the episode we were maybe thinking that she might go into a bit more acting or going into something like that. It really is just a chance to catch up with Fuka and see her passing on the batting, and seeing her now staying firm and deciding that she's going to be an attendant, and what she really loves is her penguins, and that's her place now. Fuka, to me, really feels like a really good support character. She feels like a support. She's been relegated to support. It's quite good for living for others or helping others achieve their dreams. Her dream is no longer the dream she wants, and she's happy where she's going, so she doesn't need anything more. So we see her more or less caring about other people and trying to be supportive to the other people around her. But Goodbye High Heels really was a title that would say it all, because we knew those high heels were a symbol of Fuka's idol days, and we saw them in the first ED where the heels are broken. They're on a step, and the icon for the shoes is broken, because we're not going back to that. That is a dream broken, and once something's broken, it can never really be fixed. But I want to say kudos to King Tingara. I love the logo. I never realised they had such a pretty logo with the full moon and the stars. really beautiful. I guess it's more trying to tell you that it's in form of nature. It's all about nature over here. It is a fantastic promo video for the aquarium, however. I would have loved this for Gamma Gamma. I like the fact as well we get to see the reuse of the costumes from last week. We also get a little insight into Ruka as an idol. I feel like she plays the idol role of being more childlike, a bit more I'm scaredy cat, which is okay, but I much prefer seeing Fuka being more mature, more caring, more nurturing. I would much prefer seeing Fuka as an idol. I'm sorry, I'm just never going to be over that one. I also love the fact that we just get to see the costumes back again. Just that costume with the little light up, that's fantastic. And the fact that he doesn't take it off. That's me with certain costumes. I like wearing my tiaras, or I like wearing certain parts of my costumes, and sometimes it is a task to get me out of them. Cuckoo this week not really having the time to get involved, so it really is a Fuka based episode. That's how we get away, and it also feels natural that Cuckoo is busy. She's doing other stuff. We know she's preparing for the year event. I now wonder if we're going to end on the year event, and this year event's going to be Cuckoo's big thing. A few people feeling like she's been prepped up and propped up for a role in higher management, and we feel like her having this anniversary task is probably going to be her big thing, and probably the end of a season as a whole. Baby penguin, let's talk about baby penguins because they're cute. Shiratama. So Shiratama loved the fact as well that they named the penguin via an interactive survey which allowed other people to get involved. It's stuff like this that allows people to get involved with nature. Survey in the UK to name a train. Sadly, they probably had a bit more high hopes in the UK public than they really should have. The train's name is Trainee McTrainface. I know I mentioned this in the Moriarty videos. I'm telling you guys as well, we have a train named Trainee McTrainface because that's what won. Sometimes it doesn't always work out. Imagine if this penguin had been called something a bit more ruder, or something which just doesn't make sense, or like the penguin's called Cat. Fuka passing on the baton, and this is coming after Ruka messing up a little bit. She messes up and she is saved by the director, and it puts her down a little bit, where Fuka ends up passing on the baton. She has chosen Ruka as her own successor to go and work for herself, do what you want to do. She accepts that her dream is just a dream, and she's okay with this. Now, can you imagine the atmosphere all watching this tiny baby penguin take its first steps into the water? Really, really tense. And Shiratama and Fuka together sitting down, which is quite nice, where she sits with the penguin. I like this little sequence as well. And then giving him the tiny push that finally gives him what he needs to go. Because she was talking about sometimes you just need to give somebody a little bit of a push because you care about them. That's that whole thing. I can also imagine, though, it maybe lessened the impact of the penguin doing it naturally. But I understand that you probably would have been there quite some time. I was starting to wonder if Fuka was going to do a ranking of Kings and Us. And yeah, she did it. I'm going to try and keep that as vague as I can. But if you know, you know. There we go. So yes, another fantastic episode. It's telling a different story and I liked it too. But it's still a story nonetheless. I can't imagine this is going to be creeping onto any of my big lists. But it's doing an okay job, and I'm probably going to end up giving it a 7 or something. I feel like my anime list slowly getting towards where I would also rank it. The visuals for this anime have been by far the strongest point. The visuals are stunning. I can't fault the visuals. The story isn't the strong point for me, and we started with all of these low-key hints for things like motherhood and stuff, a lot of low-key running themes, and it feels like they've been set up to go nowhere. I can't wait to see where we end. We've got 6 episodes now. It's time to see the story out. Unlike another anime which has 24 episodes, and I'm sadly going to be abandoning it halfway through because I've lost all hope on that one. This one I've carried on through. I will be doing all 24 episodes of this anime with you guys. Thank you guys for your support. I will see you again next week. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.